Today's spookerific spot. Spot's having a look at the ideal Mighty Max Nightwing horror heads. This has a little tiny Mighty Max, and inside this little bat head is a world to discover. Mighty Max, first in gruesome, and that actually is not even in its own language. That's not English. It's got multiple languages on there, but it says adventure in the palm of your hand. Yes, these are older figures. Spin around the back of the package. 1992, by the way, is when these were released. Other horror heads consist of Skull Warrior, Lava Beast, Droid Invader, Nightwing, Sea Squirm, Nuke Ranger, Chronosaur, and Zomboid. And then, of course, we've got some other additional languages on the top. Mighty Max did travel all over the world. All over the world. But yes, comes to us from the folks over at Ideal. And you can see some of the adventures that Mighty Max didn't really like the show Mighty Max, the cartoon back in the day, but the toys were kind of cool. That being said, Spot's going to take a very terrifying break. When we come back, however, we're going to get a better look at the Mighty Max Horror Heads Nightwing. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Mighty Max comes in 3 pieces, but before we have a look at that, let's have a look at the pamphlet. You know how I feel about pamphlets. I love them. Shows you all the toy lines from Mighty Max, well, at least some of them. There's the horror heads that we're going to be having a look at. There's the Mighty Max Giant. These are the larger sets, consisting of Doom Dragon, Wolf Ship, Ice Alien, Temple of Venom, Arachnoid, and Skull Dungeon. Then on the back, again, basically it's just the same thing, but in different languages. So I'm going to hold on to that. I always love holding on to old toy little, adverts, flyers. Okay, so we have a couple of different pieces that are in this set. First things first, the very small, very minuscule Mighty Max. Not really sure what he's got going on there. It looks like he's got like a little proton pack, or maybe like a water shooter. But he's very small. In fact, Spot considers himself very lucky that I did not lose this prior to the review. I thought for some reason I was going to open up the package, Max was going to go a-flying, and I wasn't going to be able to find him. But sure enough, Spot's got him right here. He has absolutely no posability. He's got a little bit of paint going on him. Not much. Enough. There's a little M on his shirt. His hair's not painted in, but that's okay. At least his eyes are. A little small Mighty Max. Underneath, I can't even make out what it says. It says 188. I don't even know what that is. So we got a little Mighty Max. Again, very small. It's basically Polly Pocket for boys back in the day. The other thing that you'll get, of course, is the main horror head of Nightwing. Kind of scary for a kid, I must say. It's a bat head, complete with blood on the fangs. Again, kind of scary for a kid. That's what it looks like on the back. It says patent pending, which is funny. Bluebird Toys. And yet, I believe it actually said a different company name. So it basically sits flat. That's all it does, really. But the novelty with the Mighty Max is that the sets open up, and inside is a world to discover. You just take the flap, you open it up, and these actually, I must say, these flaps are a little difficult to first get open. You have to get your finger in there, or thumb, just push on it to pop it open. And actually, while I was doing that, I noticed just a little bit of paint scraped there. No stress marks, luckily, but a little bit of paint that's scraped off. You open it up, and inside you've got kind of the equivalent of a little bat catacomb castle. Super detailed. In fact, let's open it up all the way here. Super detailed, you can see with some slime. There's some bats on the bottom there. The fire, or whatever that is, looks like little torches, ends up looking much like a face inside as well. And you can prop it up the exact same way as, you know, with it closed. One of the other accessories, the largest of the accessories that come with it, is the bat itself. And I don't know if the bat is actually called Nightwing 2, or if it's the castle that he sits in. He also does have no posability. There's just a big plastic bat. However, there are clips on the bottoms of his legs. You see that? Little ledges. Take that, and the legs clip on see if I can actually get it here, clip on to the back here, and he sits on a perch. The cool part about it too is with him sitting on the perch, when you close it back up ready to take it with you, because you can put Max in there too, it ends up giving you the bat ears of the face on the outside, which is a nice touch. Opening that up once again, there is just little grooves right there. You see them? Little circular grooves. You can take Max, and he pegs right into those grooves. Now, while you're at it, you can also pretend like Max is playing, he's running through the catacombs, the bat's chasing him. But when, again, you're ready to pack him up, I don't think, does he actually close? It does. It does close. There's just enough clearance, you can see there, just enough clearance when you close it that Max stays in there and he doesn't get crushed. That would be the worst. Mighty Max would be mighty no more if the catacomb closed up and crushed him in the process. But you can take the bat, and of course you can pretend like the bat's chasing him through the catacombs. Ah! That's not what a bat sounds like. But when you're finished, just clip it into place and close up shop, and you've got yourself Nightwing. Sure, we had video games in the early 90s, but a lot of kids still relied on the plastic toys for hours of enjoyment. Mighty Max, though very simple, the idea is very cool. The idea that you could take a head or a main figure, open it up, and inside you've got a little play set. And I always really liked those. I never collected these as a kid, but Spooky Spots gave me a chance to pick them up now, and they're super cheap, I might say as well. You can get these on eBay for like next to nothing. If you're a fan of Mighty Max, I would say, or even if you haven't picked them up, give them a try. They're fun little collectible play sets. Today's spooktacular review, we were having a look at the Mighty Max Horror Heads Nightwing. Stay tuned, guys. Don't go anywhere. Spot's going to have more terrifying, spooky spots heading to you this month of Spottober. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Ah!